Another thing about the red pill advice is they say that as a woman ages, her body count is so high now, and therefore we don't want a girl that's slept around with so many people. We want a young, fresh girl. Let me break it to you, boys. The average 23-year-old girl has slept with more men than the average 53-year-old woman.
This is true. Women of today, modern women today, this is a fact. That's what she's saying. I see it all the time.
Let that sink in. We're
Hmm.
living in a time, and I know this because I used to be a teacher for many years, and I couldn't believe the sexual promiscuity amongst
Mm-hmm.
14, 13, 12-year-old girls,
Yeah.
because here's what they had. They had access to Snapchat. They could
Mm.
send nudes of themselves to older boys or whatever it is from the age of 11,
Wow.
12, nudes or whatever it is. Well, it's technically child pornography. They would start so young, and they're living in an era where there's no negativity attached to sleeping
Mm-hmm.
around. It's
Yeah.
seen as liberating. So by the time a girl is
Feminism.
23 years old, I promise you she's slept with more men than a 53-year-old woman, because a
True.
53-year-old woman grew up in a time where she was shamed for sleeping around. There
Yeah.
was no sexual liberation. There was a sanctity attached to sexuality. A 22-year-old grew up in a time where Snapchat, twerking, wearing promiscuous clothes, going out, being on social media was all normalized.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think that, I'm going to be with a 21-year-old, she's going to have low body count.
You're
Guys,
mistaken.
what world do you live in? What world do you live in? She's now, the average 22, 23-year-old, especially if she has Instagram, has access to more men and the availability of more men than any 50-year-old woman has ever
Yeah.
had. She has more validation, more likes, more comments from a man
Mm-hmm.
than a 50-year-old has ever had in her entire life. And you're telling me you're choosing a young woman because she's going to be less sexually promiscuous. Oh my goodness. Guys, sometimes you're so dumb it hurts my soul. Like, it actually hurts me, because these girls are growing up on pornography. They're having
Yep.
threesomes by the time they're 19. And
Mm-hmm.
you're telling me she's going to be less promiscuous. You're so naive. So naive. You're so lucky you have me to tell you this, because honestly, I'm like a sister to you guys, because the way I'm whistleblowing these girls, and you come for me and tell me like I'm crazy, but you are so lucky to have me, honestly. So, generally speaking, the whole age gap thing, I am never going to deny that men are attracted to fertility and
13
youth.
years. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, they're attracted to it. But if you want to build a connection, which the red pill advice never teaches men how to build connection and how to build emotional intimacy,
Mm.
but if you want to build a real connection with a woman, don't use women as status symbols. Don't use
Mm.
them as a shortcut to looking like a hot guy or looking like a successful guy. Use women as a way and a tool of somebody who allows you to completely be yourself, somebody who you can
Mm.
truly connect with. And in that process of connecting with a woman, you will start reconnecting with yourself.
Yeah. Sounds good. That is true. What she's saying is that, yeah, we tend to think, and we hear it all the time in the red pill community and in society, the older man should get a younger woman. She's her low body count will be lower, but she's made a very valid point that younger women today, modern women today, in the era of feminism, in the era of being a woman is liberating. You can sleep, you can sleep around, you can be like a man, you can sleep with as many men as you want. It shouldn't bother, it shouldn't be a factor. It is true. They tend to have a higher body count. So you're not really getting much of a purity when you decide to pursue a younger woman. And that is all I have to for this subject today. This is a very controversial topic. I'd love to hear from you. What is your opinion? How do you feel about age gap differences? Do you think they work? Do you think there's a lot of positive or negative? Or do you think it's just a phase that these people are going through? Or do you think that the woman who's significantly younger in the relationship has daddy issues, or vice versa, the younger guy has mommy issues? I want to hear from you. And until next time, oh, one thing before you go, if you're watching this on YouTube, remember to subscribe to the channel. Help us to get to 10,000 subscribers. Until next time, remember, take care and bye for now. See you soon.